Hi, this is Erica Lunder with Lunder Pottery. I made teddy bears today and I wanted to talk about what I did. For any beginning potter out there who's looking to sculpt animals like I was, I didn't find much out there. Here's me starting. I choose a lump of clay, maybe 30% bigger than the animal I'm trying to make. And then I start composing it into the right shape. At first, I was making a bear and sticking on arms and legs and the head all separately. And then I realized I really didn't have to do that. I could just make it almost all out of one lump of clay, which I found is stronger. There's a lot less risk that it's going to crack. So you've got to be patient to get those little arms and legs firmly in their shapes, but I think it's worth it. Even though I've made maybe 2 dozen of these bears, I still like having a bear that I like out to look at as a reference, just to remind me of the process. Having a nice separation between the head and the body is important, so I worked on getting that definition so that the bear looks like it has a neck. Right now I'm working on the brow and squeezing the ears out, but the brow was the most difficult part of the bear for me, just getting it so that it looked realistic. I didn't want it to look like a cartoon bear, but I didn't want it hyper realistic either. So getting that in between, I did look at some other people's examples first to get an idea of the look I was going for. Don't worry, the nose won't be that big, but the face did need a little bulking up. So the clay is moist enough that I can just weld it on. I'm using B-Mix with Grog, and it's a super forgiving clay. So as long as it's moist enough, which my new bags of clay are super moist, so it's been really nice. So I can weld it together and then get everything in the right spot. Once I've got the face right, I can see exactly where the eyes are going to go. I'm using, what are those called? A stick that you would put barbecue on or something for the grill. I can't remember what it's called. But there's a ton of tools you could use for the small details on the bear. I just like the size and having a uniform round shape kind of makes it look like for me, it's easier to have an eyeball made with a round shape instead of my own hands. Here I'm sculpting on the nose, so the nose looks a little more organic than the eyes or the ears or the feet. So I'm using this serrated rib to give the illusion of fur. And I find I've been really happy with using this rib to give it fur, because when we get to the glazing part, which is not on this video, I don't know why I said it that way, but I bisque the bear and then I paint it with a brown underglaze, and then I wipe it back. So all those cracks that I'm making right now fill with the dark brown color, and then the ridges are lighter, like maybe end up being like a tan color. And it really looks good, I think. It looks natural and organic. And sometimes I glaze it with a glossy clear glaze over, and sometimes I just leave it matte, and I've been loving brown underglaze. New fave. So I ruined some part of the bear when I put fur on it, so I'll go back over usually the mouth, the expression, or the ears or eyes with my stick, my round stick. Whoops, sorry, it's off screen. Redoing the fingernails. And now I'm using these bears to attach to these round discs of clay that I rolled with a wood grain rolling pin, so that it will eventually be a magnet. I'm going to epoxy a magnet on the back. This is the finished example. So thanks for watching my video about how to make bears.